Hello and welcome to La Cinémathèque. Today we will start by give you an idea of what are we trying to do in the Cinémathèque. Cinema is obviously an individual emotional experience, and La Cinémathèque is trying to work and really reinforce quality cinema. Cinema is a tool to educate and bring people to see the world in a different way. And New Wave Production, as a non-profit, is dedicated to a good quality film. So this is what we are trying to do. To talk about Polish cinema, it's what we'll do today. I want to just talk about a very important element of Polish cinema. It is as older than the creation of cinema. Obviously, people in Europe or all over the world, as soon as cinema existed, they're trying to make something out of it. But it was not really available commercial until really in the 1980s. Briefly after World War II, the communist government of Poland built an author-based national cinema, internationally known. This change of political climate will see the start of a new cinema. So after the war, we're starting with a new cinema. And in 1947, was very important, right after World War II, Lodz Film School, who is like one of the most important film schools in the world, was created. And this is the beginning of what cinema is going to come up. 1950, we have the end of Stalinism and then the growth. The growth of like a group of filmmakers who are even today the most important filmmaker in Polish cinema. Agnieszka Holland, with very important films like Europa. These are international filmmakers and even knows around the world. Roman Polanski, obviously, who was like very well, getting the best prize for The Pianist, we know that. Krzysztof Zanussi, who is still like not as well known, but in people of the cinephile world, they know it's a Spiral. And of course, Andrzej Wajda. Andrzej Wajda, who did many films, and he is like one of these big names of Polish cinema. The film that we will talk today, that we will show, and the director is Krzysztof Kieślowski. Krzysztof Kieślowski is known for mainly his work of fiction film, and especially his last trilogy of film, which is called Blue, White, and Red, that we will not show today, but we will talk about it, and we will talk about it especially about a film that he did before, right before Blue, White, and Red. It's called The Double Life of Veronique. Double Life of Veronique or Double Life of Veronica, because it's as two language, Polish and French, because a part of the action happened in France and a part of the action happened in Poland with the same actress. The biography of Kieślowski was born in 1941 in Poland, died in 1996, worked and lived more his life in Poland, but because of Lodz Film School, where he was accepted after a third time, he was not really somebody who was supposed to be a filmmaker. He was trying to find his own ways, and because the film school rejected him a couple of times, but the third time he was accepted, and he really got involved into film at this time. His really main idea of what he wanted to be as a filmmaker was a documentary filmmaker. So he will do documentary filmmaking, I would say even political documentary filmmaker, with a line of criticizing society up to around 1987, 1990, around that. And he is really the most, actually the most today celebrated Polish filmmaker in the world. You know, when we're talking about Polish cinema, we talk about him, obviously, you know. So his work was started in 1979 with Amateur, and then slowly from documentary filmmaker, he became a fiction filmmaker. Blind Chance in 1987, who still got some award and interested process, but still, you know, from that time, Decalogue and a short film about killing are the two films who are going to make him really the name that he is today. Decalogue was made for the television, and it was 10 short film of half an hour about the Decalogue, the 10 Commandments. So it's a very extraordinary film with a lot of insight and a lot of poetry. As we know, he was really great with developing his own vision of cinema. Short film about killing will be the first one who had a vision in the Cannes Film Festival. And after that, obviously, the film that we will watch, today is The Double Life of Veronica, 1991. Right after this, you will have the masterpiece, what they call the masterpiece, the three-color blue, white, and red, because this is really his last big film. Blue, white, and red are like the films that we all know. So in this film, The Double Life of Veronica, Kieślowski is the director. But what we have to remember is that he wrote with somebody else, a screenwriter is named Piszkiewicz, and Piszkiewicz was his lawyer. So he was not really a screenwriter naturally. He came into writing to help Kieślowski, and they really become this team of creating extraordinary stories. So this film, it's about a film about feeling. So we're not about action film, we are in the way how he's going into like telling you a story. It's a film about reflection and creativity. So you're going to have this world where you're going in, same thing a little bit than Bergman and Tarkovsky in a different way. We're going in the world of poetry, of spirituality, of connection between human beings and beauty. So Double Life of Veronica is a film with the style of Kieślowski. So Kieślowski is becoming himself, I think, at that time, and after this with Red, White, and Blue, he becomes, he reinforced. The main actress was discovered into the Louis Malle, the first Louis Malle film, Au revoir les enfants. And in other films she will play, so in main actress in Red too. And because of her especially beauty and expression, she fits in the poetic world of Kieślowski. So her name is Irene Jacob, and really is like when you see her in A Double Life of Veronica, you understand that he really understood. She says something about that. She said he didn't talk too much. He just tell her what to do, and he understand. I think he had a vision of like she fit extremely well the role as well than in Red. So these are the films that he is like at the top of his skill when he does this. For the actor Philippe Voltaire, we see him in a lot of films. He has a lot of interest in Veronique in the film. He's a popular, because we talk about marionettes, you will see it. He's a very popular actor at the time. In 1980s and 1990s. In Blue, he will be one of the main characters with Juliette Binoche. In Cyrano too, Cyrano de Bergerac, who is a very important with Gérard Depardieu, in a short scene in 1989, but still before to get to the 1990s, he came out as being an interesting actor. Background, not a main actor, but still playing a very important role. In this film, it's definitely play a very important role because he's the center of Veronique's life. He represents really the idea of connection, connecting strings, attaching the two words, so marionette and people of two different countries. The element of the film are the film of dream, of human connection, of poetry, of beauty. The music was always important in Kieślowski, and really great music. And in this film, obviously, she's a singer, a kind of opera singer. So you have all these elements to make this film really, really a great masterpiece of the world of cinema. And really, before Blue, White, and Red, this is really a statement of Kieślowski saying, now I'm going to the fiction world, and I'm going to explore the world like in a humanity level, and not really as a political level. So come and discover or rediscover The Double Life of Veronica. The film will play on May 14 in the village in the South Orange in Sopac. So please come and support La Cinémathèque because it's what we're doing. We're trying to show good film and try to make this good film in a big screen. Thank you very much.